Hey, it's Ben here from the Strength Factory, and if you're a mountain biker who wants to get faster against the clock, then keep watching. I've got a cheap, simple and effective training tool that's going to help you do just that, so you're hitting PBs. For the older riders out there, you may have seen these before, and we probably all knew them as moto lap timers, because that's what people used to use back in the day. Well, they're making a comeback. You're seeing them on more and more pro bikes. I've been using it for a while. As part of my training, trying to become a better, faster rider. And in this video, I'm going to explain what it does, how to use it, and how it can help you improve. This is a bar-mounted stopwatch, lap counter, and lap timer from a brand called Sport Count. And it couldn't be simpler. It's got one button, and it does one thing, and it does it really well. And to me, that is the real strength of something like this. And what makes me want to use it is the simplicity. I've got it on my bars. I can just whack the button with my thumb to start timing, whack it again to hit a lap, and so on, to then use it for training, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. To me, it's a perfect antidote to these crazy like £500 or dollar like watches that you have to charge, you have to update, and they've got 100 features you don't need, okay? Whereas this does one thing and it does it really well. And I'm going to show you what it does, how to use it, and how it can help you to be a faster rider. There are two main ways that I use this bit of kit. The first is for fitness training, both testing and training sessions out on the bike. And then the second is actually using it to time myself downhill, so I'm working on my skills and line choice and things like that. But we're going to start with fitness. So first of all, I want to do an interval session out on the trail. I want to do like a minute or 3 minutes or 5 minutes of hard work, followed by a recovery interval. Yes, I can use a watch, but look, when you're riding, looking at that watch that's at an angle and side on, not always so easy to see. Look at my timer, although it's quite small, easy to see. Pressing the button just with my thumb on the timer, easy. Reaching across with the other hand to press the button to do a lap or whatever on a watch, not easy. Now yes, you can have a cycle computer, but they're normally mounted in the middle, and you have to do a bit of work to set it up for a workout, which is cool, but again, you're taking your hand off the bar, and this is a fraction of the price of a cycle computer. So let's say we want to do an interval training session. I can just use this to time my 1 minute of hard work followed by 3 minutes of easy, or my 5 minutes of hard work followed by 5 minutes of easy, or whatever it is I'm doing. I've got it right here, and it's easily switchable between bikes. Still talking fitness then, let's talk about laps. Let's say you're a cross-country rider, or actually just someone who wants to be a fitter trail rider, then you can set up a lap, and with up and downhill, and every time you go past a certain point, bang, hit the lap button. How fast did I do it? How fast did I do it? Did I beat the last one? Am I improving? Okay, and that brings me to the final part of the fitness equation, which is testing. So if we test over time, we can show that your training is either working or it isn't working. So at the start of the winter, or whenever you start your training process, let's go to a big hill, use the lap timer, because it's so simple, bip at the bottom, bip at the top. How fast can I do that climb? 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, however big your hill is. Go away, do your training, come back in similar conditions and repeat it. Have I improved? Am I fitter? Yes, I have. Awesome, my training is working, I'm trending up. If I haven't, then my training's either not working, or I'm tired and I'm not turning up fresh enough to do an effective test session. Now, with testing and also like using the lap function, it's really important to be consistent with those start and finish points, okay? There's no like beacon on the floor here measuring when you go past it. You need to be able to press it consistently. So if you're going to be coming back a few weeks or a month later, then write it down, write it in your phone, write it in a notebook. Start point is by the second lamppost on the right, or by a certain tree, or whatever it is, a distinctive point that you can repeat, and the same with the finish line. And then I'm going to show you in a minute as well how we can just go through a simple process of press, stand up, pedal and go, and you just need to practice that so you can do it consistently to make your test results valid. Now we're going to talk about the fun bit, the downhill, and how you can use it to monitor your progress of skill, line choice and all that sort of stuff. The first thing I'll say is that obviously we've got the human error part. It's only as accurate as I can consistently press that button at a consistent start and finish line. So this isn't going to be so good for like a 20-second like rut track and stuff like that. But once we start getting over a minute, okay, that's where we can really start to use this effectively, because any error is going to be less in the bigger picture, if that makes sense. So here I am. This is a prominent point. It's an obvious point that I can repeatedly do both on the day or coming back on another day, where I can get my bar, look, it's level with the bottom of the thing there, get my hand on the end. And so here I've got a consistent start line. Okay, I'm on the brakes, and I'm going to give myself a 3, 2, 1, and then I can press and then go. So I've got a very consistent start line. And again, I'm going to show you the procedure at the bottom of the hill that I use anyway to consistently do that. So we can use a sport count lap timer to monitor your progression. So if I'm going to do this trail on today, let's say I'm going to do 5 or 6 laps of it, trying to get faster. There's different things I can work on. I could ride at the same intensity and speed, but do some different lines. Or I could try and just, ride faster, work on my braking, body position, whatever it is. The goal is obviously to use that lap function. Now, every time I start and stop it, it does a new lap. So it's also going to do timer lap as I pedal or push back to the top. So all you need to do, so this is going to be the first lap, is that I know at the end of the workout, when I look at the numbers, that every odd number lap is going to be a down. So it'll be like a 1 minute trail here, and then there'll be 3 or 4 minutes back up for lap 2. And then lap 3 is going to be a 1 minute, dun, dun, dun. And I can just repeat it like that, nice and simple. If you're enjoying this video and you like my approach for simple, effective training, then you need to join MTB Momentum. It's my weekly email newsletter every Tuesday, training advice, training tips, all the good stuff to help you be a better rider. It's almost certainly going to be the best email you get on a Tuesday. A consistent finish line is going to be just as important as a consistent and repeatable start line if your timing is going to be valid. So you can see here, this trail has got a fast finish, and you kind of got 2 options. So for me, this tree is very prominent, it's very obvious. This is my finish line, and I've got 2 ways of doing it, and I'll tell you which one I prefer. Number 1 is bomb down here at 25, 30k an hour and try and beep on the way past and grab that lap time. But to me, at that speed, I think, I might be pressing it there, I might be pressing it there. So what I have found I prefer in my use of this over the last month or so is actually, I'm stopping. The track finishes when I stop here, as you saw, which is quite tricky, then press the button to get the lap time. And I think that gives you a more consistent thing. Is it realistic? Like, do you stop in a race? No, but actually the skill of sort of stopping and all that sort of thing is a skill anyway. And so I think that it's repeatable. And so it makes sense to me anyway, but it's up to you whichever way you do. So there you go. That is the Sport Count lap timer. For me, it's just cheap, it's simple, and it works. And so that's everything that I want in a training tool. And I've been enjoying using it. It's unobtrusive, it sits on my bike, and when I want to use it, I just press the button and I use it. And when I don't want to use it, it just sits there out of the way. I'll make sure I get a link in the description below if you want to check out the Sport Count website. It's also available on Amazon, I believe. And yeah, remember, if you are enjoying these videos, if this was helpful, then make sure you subscribe to the channel.